Today we're declaring a winner in our cloning face-off between Aeroponics cloners and Root Riot peat plugs after 15 days.
We ran this test side by side and as fair as possible. 4 different plant varieties, the same number of cuttings for each. Lighting and watering schedules were the same. Humidity domes were on both setups. And you might say, well, this one's a little higher up. Well, that's because the light's coming at an angle, so these are now getting the same actual amount of light.
Now it's day 15 and we're putting these 2 setups through 5 different categories to see who is the ultimate cloning champion.
In the first round, survival rate. So as you can see, no propagations have died. Winner, it's a tie.
Round 2, root development. And this is where the differences really stand out. In the Aeroponics cloner, you can tell that the roots are healthy and big and branching. Now, in the peat cubes, it's actually very hard to see how the roots are doing because they haven't grown as long or as big. And the roots that we can see are very fine and small. So this is a clear winner when it comes to root development. Aeroponic cloner seals the deal.
Round 3, speed to transplant readiness. Now, this one to me has a clear winner, and that's Aeroponics. Because these aeroponic roots are already fully formed, they're ready to transplant now. The peat pods need a few more days, in my opinion. I don't like to transplant peat pods until I start seeing roots popping out the sides. Winner, Aeroponics for fastest turnaround time.
Round 4, foliar health. Now for this one, you can actually see that in the Aeroponics cloner, some of the older leaves have actually dropped off. In the Root Riot peat plugs, that didn't happen at all. So if we just look at the leaves and how well they're doing, it's actually a win for the Root Riot peat cubes.
Now round 5, which is the most important one to me without a question, is transplant versatility. Now what I mean is, which one of these is going to be better for whatever you're going to be transplanting into? For example, I need to transplant into my aquaponic system with bare roots. I can't move Root Riots into there. It'll cause total rot, breakdown of the fish aquarium system. Now on the flip side, there are a few precise situations where arguably Root Riots are better. To me, particularly, it's when transplanting in the soil. I see those peat cores acting as a buffer in the soil, preventing issues of shock, because I've found when I transplant bare root plants sometimes into soil, it can really shock them. That being said, I've kind of got a little bit of a hack of transplanting them in these cocoa pods, and surprisingly, that might become quickly our new favorite transplant methodology. So to summarize, the winner without question to me is Aeroponic clones. And those bare roots can transplant into just about any situation ultimately with delicacy, but they are the only ones that can do that. And there's a lot of situations where the peat cubes cannot be transplanted to.
Final verdict, when you tally the rounds, Aeroponics takes the crown. It has 3 wins in root development, speed to transplant readiness, and transplant versatility. Root Riot peat cubes did capture the win for foliar health, and it got a tie for survival rate.
That being said, ultimately always consider first where your plants are going to go afterward, because you might want to do peat cubes if you're going to wind up going to soil. It might be the way you do best. If you want to find out what our new, possibly future favorite propagation system is, something we're really excited to be working on, like and subscribe. We'll have that video out in the next couple weeks.
Let us know in the comments if you think we called it right and what cloning method you prefer, even if it's not one of these 2. In addition to liking and subscribing to see other cloning methods that we think are even more superior to these 2, you can also like and subscribe to see our upcoming video of moving these clones into that 75-gallon Aquaponics angelfish tank.